All right, good afternoon. My name is Clay Rains. I'm going to be doing my keynote over neurorehabilitation, and this is leading the change in a compressed, digital, and socially responsible world. So thank you everyone for having me here. My name is Clay Rains, and I am currently studying occupational therapy with a strong focus on neurorehabilitation and advocacy. It's a true honor to be speaking with the Brain Injury Association of America, an organization that plays a vital role in supporting individuals with brain injuries and with the mission to advance awareness, research, treatment, and education, and to improve quality of life for all people affected by brain injuries. Today, I want to explore how occupational therapy can take on a leadership role in this community by embracing change. I'll be using transformational leadership theory to guide our discussion today, Norhaus 2023. We'll focus on the three major trends that are shaping the future of healthcare: digital lifestyle, time compression, and social responsibility, Harsh 2017. My goal is to show how we can transform these trends into opportunities for progress and empowerment in the brain injury community. Occupational therapy is about helping people return to meaningful, fulfilling lives after injury or illness. This includes more than just physical function. OT also focuses on the emotional, social, and environmental aspects that impact recovery. The core competencies for healthcare professionals, Institute of Medicine, 2003, highlight essential leadership qualities like communication, teamwork, quality improvement, and systems thinking. These are all areas where OTs naturally excel, by looking at the whole picture, making them well suited to lead change across different settings. Transformational leadership is especially relevant in this context, involving creating a shared vision, building trust, and adapting to meet the needs of both individuals and organizations. Norhaus 2023. This is the kind of leadership that can move the field forward and create better outcomes for people affected by brain injuries. Let's first start with digital lifestyle. Technology has completely changed the way we deliver healthcare, from telehealth to virtual therapy to mobile apps and digital rehab platforms. Innovation is expanding rapidly. For individuals with brain injuries, technology can be helpful and challenging. Issues like screen sensitivity, cognitive fatigue, and information overload can limit how we effectively use digital tools. However, with the right support, these tools can greatly increase access to care. Occupational therapists can lead in this area by supporting design of digital rehab tools that are inclusive, user-friendly, by teaching clients and caregivers how to use technology safely and effectively, advocating for insurance coverages and funding for telehealth and digital services. This work reflects the leadership of values of courage and continuous learning from the American Hospital Association, 2019. We must be willing to try new solutions while making sure they work for people we serve. The second trend is time compression, the idea that everything is moving faster. New treatments, research, protocols, and insurance requirements are developing at a rapid pace. For families facing brain injuries, the pressure to make quick decisions are often overwhelming. We need to respond with agility. That might mean creating adaptable discharge protocols, training interdisciplinary teams for rapid coordination, or designing flexible home programs that evolve with recovery. The agility pillar, AHA 2019, emphasizes staying responsive without losing quality. OTs can serve as an anchor in this fast-moving environment, supporting both patients and providers in navigating through the chaos. The third trend is social responsibility. In healthcare, this means making a deliberate effort to advance equity, justice, and inclusion. Brain injuries do not discriminate, but the access to care is not equal. People in rural or unfunded communities often lack access to high-quality rehabilitation. Long-term services are frequently limited or cut off too soon. Caregivers may receive little support, and these issues are especially concerning when considering how much support is needed across the recovery journey. Occupational therapists can lead change by addressing barriers to care in underserved areas, advocating for ongoing support services for both survivors and caregivers, promoting equity in access, funding, and follow-up care, and this aligns with the leadership value of integrity, AHA 2019. The Institute of Medicine 2003 reminds us that healthcare professionals have a responsibility not just to treat, but also to speak up for the system-level improvements. So, how can the Brain Injury Association of America lead in response to these trends? Here are a few actions to consider. Develop digital cognitive rehab education for caregivers and clients, including training on safe and appropriate tech use. Form interdisciplinary response teams to support clients during the critical transition from hospital to home. Advocate for policy change that supports long-term OT services, caregiver relief, and telehealth reimbursement for TBI recovery. Each of these strategies supports BIAA's mission to strengthen the role of OT as a leader in neurorehabilitation. Leadership doesn't stop with clinical care. As OTs, it's important to stay engaged with organizations like BIAA, AOTA, and WFOT to make sure that these voices shape the future of policies, access, and innovation. By participating in leadership at the local, national, and international levels, we can create opportunities for sustainable change. Finally, I believe occupational therapy is well prepared to lead in today's fast-changing healthcare environment. Whether we're helping families adjust to new technology, supporting recovery after a sudden life change, or making sure everyone has equal access to care, occupational therapists are ready to lead. The trends we've talked about today, digital lifestyle, time compression, and social responsibility, remind us that the world is changing quickly. But with strong leadership, we can do more than just keep up. We can share a better future using transformational leadership, following the core skills healthcare professionals need, and staying focused on values like compassion, courage, and integrity. We can guide change in a positive and ethical direction. Thank you again for your time, and thank you to BIAA for everything you do to support brain injury survivors and their families. I'm honored to be a part of this conversation and proud to be entering a field that is ready to lead, support, and make real, lasting change. And then these are my references that I used.